weight has lifted. Love has shown.
Welcome, family, friends, and loved ones. You may be seated. Today's a celebration of love, of friendship, of family, and most importantly, two people who are deciding to dedicate themselves to one another. We are all here today to share in the commitment Denise and Brandon are making to one another, and to offer love and support. And surround Denise and Brandon as the people dearest and most important to us, to them, as they begin their married life together. All of us here today have our own love stories. Some are short, others are long. Some have yet to be written, while others are just getting to the good part. There are chapters in all of our stories that are sad or disappointing, and others that are exciting and full of adventure. We've all loved, and in this moment, we are reminded that the ability to love is part of life. Denise and Brandon are standing here because of their love story, and you are here because of your belief in their love. And so we've gathered to hope with you and to support you and to show you how proud of you we are and to remind you that love isn't one happily ever after moment frozen in time. Rather, love is an experience of writing your story together, working it out as one. It's not a single moment, not even this one moment, it's every moment together. It's big ones like proclaiming I love you and moving in together, getting engaged. Those might be the results of love, but love is worked out in the million little moments that live in between. Falling asleep together, making dinner together, and spending holidays with both of your families. Supporting and showing kindness to one another, honoring one another, binge watching on Netflix, vintage video games, mandolins, guitars, Harry Potter. These everyday acts of love fuse together into one big experience that has thus far shown itself to be a wonderful one. Not just the two of you, but to everyone else here, and to anyone who happens to cross the path of Brandon and Denise. And even though this experience is so big, and its subtleties and nuances, accurate words fail us as we try to explain it. So in all endearment, we've named it Brandon and Denise. There's no doubt the experience of Brandon and Denise is memorable, impactful, and a blessing to everybody here. You fell in love by crossing paths, and perhaps by chance, you're here today because you're making a choice. You're here choosing each other today, and again tomorrow, and every day after that. You're choosing daily, in the good moments and in the tough ones, to be with someone who enhances you, who challenges you, who makes you smile, who makes every day brighter, and who makes you a better you. And so we've come to the point in the ceremony where you're going to make vows to one another. But before you do that, I ask you to remember that love, being rooted in faith and trust and honor, will be the foundation of an abiding, deepening, and thriving relationship. No other ties are more tender, and no other vows are more sacred than those you now assume. There's a simple premise to each of these promises. You're vowing to be there. You're teaming up and saying to the other, every experience I'm going to have, I want you to be a part of it. And with everyone here as your witnesses, this is a dedication to love each other above everything and everyone else. With that in mind and heart, Brandon, repeat after me. I believe in you, who you are today, and the person you will grow to be. I believe in us and the couple we will develop into. My whole heart, I take you, with my whole heart, I take you as my wife. Acknowledging and accepting your faults and strengths as you do mine. I promise to be faithful and supportive of you. I promise to always make our family's love and happiness my priority. I will be yours in plenty and in want, in sickness and in health, in failure and in triumph. I will dream with you and celebrate with you and walk beside you through whatever our lives may bring. You are my person. my love, my best friend, and my life today and always. I believe in you, who you are today, and the person you will grow to be. I believe in us and the couple we will develop into. With my whole heart, I take you as my husband. Acknowledging and accepting your faults and strengths, as you do mine. I promise to be faithful and supportive of you. I promise to always make our family's love and happiness our priority. I will be yours in plenty and in want, in sickness and in health, in failure and in triumph. I will dream with you and celebrate with you, and walk beside you through whatever our lives may bring. You are my person, my love, my best friend, and my life, today and always. Do you, Brandon Gary Tweed, take Denise Elizabeth Larson to be your beloved wife, knowing in your heart that you will be a faithful friend and a loving companion? And on this special day, in the presence of family and friends, as witnesses, do you give your sacred vow that you will always be with Denise and support her, in times of sickness and in health, in times of joy and in times of sorrow? Do you promise to love her completely, to console and comfort her during difficult times, to laugh with her and grieve with her, to share with her in life's simplest but most enduring pleasures, to be truthful and honest with her, and to cherish her for as long as both you shall live? Do you, Denise Elizabeth Larson, take Brandon Gary Tweed to be your beloved husband, knowing in your heart that you will be a faithful friend and a loving companion? On this special day, in the presence of family and friends and witnesses, do you give your sacred vow that you will always be with Brandon and support him, in times of sickness and in times of health, in times of joy and in times of sorrow? Do you promise to love him completely, to console and comfort him during difficult times, to laugh with him and to grieve with him, and to share with him life's simplest but most enduring pleasures, to be truthful and honest with him, and to cherish him for as long as both of you shall live? And the wings, please. Please repeat after me, Brandon. I give you this ring as a daily reminder of my love for you. Please repeat after me. I give you this ring as a daily reminder of my love for you. Let's go. So here we are. By the power invested in me by your love and commitment and the power vested in you by the state of California, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Ladies and gentlemen, my honor to present to you for the very first time, Mr. and Mrs. Brandon and Denise Tweed.
And now the moment you've all been waiting for, introducing Mr. and Mrs. Tweed.
You want
remain untold, but all the promises we made, from the cradle to the grave, when all I want is you. You'll give me a highway with no one on it, treasure just to look upon it, all the riches in the night. You say you'll give me eyes on the moon of blindness, a river in time of dryness, a harbor in the tempest, and all the promises we made, from the cradle to the grave, when all I want is you. Your love to work out right, to last with me through the night. You say you want diamonds on a ring of gold, your story to remain untold, your love not to grow cold, but all the promises we made, from the cradle to the grave, when all I want is you.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you all for coming to enjoy this special day with Denise and I. It really means the world that we're able to make it out here. We have a lot of people travel very far to even get here for this, which is so incredibly heartwarming, and it just means the world to us. So the band's going to play some music, and I guess we'll...
I think my dad's going to talk.
Oh, okay.
So you get it all out of the way.
Yeah, so all the talking up front. So we're going to have some words from Warren Larson, father of the bride here. Woo-hoo!
I'm Warren Larson, proud father of bride. And those from out of town, welcome to once fabulous Los Angeles. And to all, welcome to the beautiful Wilshire Country Club. This club was established in 1919, not owned by Eastern or Southern standards, but Los Angeles had a population of only 50,000 when Denise's paternal grandfather was born here in 1892. Here at the club, we're only a few doors down from John F. Kennedy's secret hideout in 1960 during the Democratic Convention. It's right over here. We have had several famous members and visitors. Many of the best golfers that play here, including Bobby Jones, Earl Palmer, Tom Watson, and Jack Nicklaus. The most famous Wilshire member was probably Howard Hughes, with a home on the 8th hole. All the extraordinary and unique team workers are oil drill bits provided by the Hughes Tool Company, established by Howard's father, Howard Sr. There are a multitude of stories about Howard in relation to this club, and some of them may even be true. An honorary member was General of the Army, Omar Bradley. He was the last 5-star general as of this date. I did not know that there are rules about these speeches, but Denise and Kathy say there are. I'm told I cannot talk about Denise and her backwashing your drink. And there will be no mention of her nicknames like Niecy Doo and Pookie. There are, however, a few things that I do wish to say about her. She has been a terrific daughter to Kathy and me, but her first word was not mom, even dad, but dog. Now those who have not known her long, it was amazing how shy and withdrawn she was. Her first goals were purposely small to help her become more confident. Mission accomplished. As a youngster, Denise was brought here to the club dozens of times. She never spoke to her distinguished members at all. After occasionally ordering what she called a hangover, she would retreat with her Little Mermaid doll and go play with locker attendant Consuelo, who still works here. There are many 20-plus year employees at this club. I did know that Denise was really smart. I once took her about age 3, way out in the Mojave Desert outside Lancaster to see the desolate land we owned. I had to avoid all the McDonald's and any donut shops, otherwise it would be fries and rainbow sprinkled donuts everywhere. We stood together on the road next to the land that looks the same today as it did 10,000 years ago. I declared that one day this would all be yours. Now, she carefully scanned the horizon in every direction, didn't say anything at first, and then she looked at me and said, "Where are the people?" Also, before age 3, she began her love of music and dancing, especially dancing, in which she became wildly successful. Well before normal training, she danced with me to the Beatles' terrific circus-like song, Being for the Benefit of Mr. Kite, dozens of times, even before she could walk. This song was based on the 1843 poster owned by John Lennon. We have a copy of that poster right here. The song is from the acclaimed 1967 album Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. There is an instrumental break in the song, and I would dip her towards the floor, and she would laugh every time. I would demonstrate this, but then someone would have to come up here and pick me up. It is a rare and wonderful song that features the circus calliope or steam organ, not very rock and roll like at all. She successfully danced for more than 18 years, including at UCLA. Later in the program, she says she will do a few backflips for us. Len Goodman, who is the judge from Dancing with the Stars, is a Wilshire member and may stop by to provide her commentary. It may be noted that Denise also was an actress. who performed in 4 commercials, 2 soap operas. We thought the money she earned would finance the college of her choice for all 4 years, but it turned out to be merely a down payment. Denise has taken full advantage of her educational opportunities. She graduated with honors from Flint Ridge Sacred Heart Academy, and from there she attended UCLA, my school too, and graduated on the Dean's Honor List, and finally from Mount St. Mary's with an MBA. She has done extremely well in her career, but the best thing she has accomplished is corralling Brandon Tweed. We will hear more about Brandon from his young best man, but the Tweed family has a terrific tradition we wish to mention. Brandon's granduncle William, his father Gary, his brother Hunter, Hunter's wife Christy, all attended North Carolina State University in Raleigh, established 1887. What a great educational tradition. That started with Brandon's granduncle William Howard Tweed, a.k.a. Bud, right after World War II. This is a university of the first rank and one of the corners of the Research Triangle in North Carolina. The other 2 schools completing the triangle are the University of North Carolina and Duke University, so go Wolfpack. We already knew Brandon was special, but when he made an appointment to ask Kathy and I for Denise's hand, we were tickled pink. He actually did that. How cool was that? Or, as many of you here would say, how awesome. We could not be happier for Denise, as we have the highest regard for Brandon, the 2 of them together, as well as his terrific parents, Gary and Tony. I did think she and Brandon could have done a little better about the wedding, but that seemed a good idea to me if they ran off to Reno. We have been more than happy to give them a few bucks for the trip. Aside, as a father, I was happily able to spend much time with Denise growing up. However, the person way most responsible for Denise's upbringing is my wife, Kathy, and the person who helped her the most is Isabel, who still cuts her food. And we thank you all and hope you enjoy the remainder of the day. And now let's hear from Brandon's best man.
Thanks, Warren. My name is Gary. I'm Brandon's dad. First off, I want to offer thanks to Kathy and Warren and Denise for such a wonderful event we've had tonight. Having a wedding with family and friends is one of the most important things that you'll ever do. A little bit of Tweed history. This morning, Brandon gave me a pocket watch. With the Tweed name on it. Having back home a collection of watches that date all the way back to 1798. My great-grandfather, well, it's actually my 3rd great-grandfather, came from Ireland, 1818, with his family. And I thought about what courage it took for them as a family to pick up and leave their roots, sail across the Atlantic, probably not knowing where they were going to end up, but making settling roots in North Carolina. Brandon kind of has a similar tradition when he picked up and left North Carolina to come here. The courage that it took for him to do that, I would never have had. And I think that he had that dream of coming out here to make movies, having started film clubs at his high school and at NC State, first time it had ever been done. As a student, wrote and produced his own full-length motion picture that won several awards. His dream, though, I don't think he ever realized that it would lead to today. in what he found. To love someone is the greatest adventure that you'll ever have. And I hope that your adventure continues forever. I'd like to ask Denise's best friend, I think she has a few words maybe.
I promise to keep it short. Hello, for all of you I haven't met, I'm Megan Liebelt, and I claim the title of Maid of Honor and Best Friend to Denise Larson Tweed. I haven't decided the legal name, but I can call them both. And Brandon Larson Tweed, just to keep it the same. I met Denise in high school, our freshman year, and I cannot tell you exactly how we met. I know our lockers were, she was one over and one up from me. And knowing both of us now, it was probably one of us bumped into the other locker, or one of us tripped and spilled the books, because we bonded over our complete lack of understanding of gravity. Denise, for all of her graceful ability as a dancer, shares my gift of tripping, running into things, and we would spend long conversations debating who had the most embarrassing fall, or who has the biggest bruise, and how they got it. And so I imagine it was something similar. But for 4 years of high school, Denise was my best friend. And as anyone knows, when you have a best friend, you admire them, you look up to them. These are the people that you want to emulate. And Denise was all of that for me. She was smart, she was beautiful, she was graceful, she was creative, and she was organized. Our junior year, Denise was my carpool, and she would pull up to my house in her BMW, Marjorie, and I'd come running out late, as usual, and I'd get almost to the car and look. Now, our school has 2 uniforms, a summer and a winter. And I'd look in the car, and Denise would be in a different uniform than me. Run back into that mess, change. Never once did I think, oh, I'm right. No, Denise has the wrong uniform. That was never a thought. We stuck together through high school, college, even though we were in different states, grad school, and after. She was my Disney buddy, my fellow Harry Potter fan, as a Hufflepuff and a Ravenclaw. We bonded over Haagen-Dazs Rocky Road as the best ice cream, and met many times at Coffee Bean. And of course, through these years, I've seen Denise with various boyfriends, various relationships. And every time it would end, I would tell her, don't worry, there's someone out there for you. There's someone perfect for you. Little did I know that he may have been in North Carolina, but she met Brandon. And at first, it was, oh, Brandon, there's this guy at work, he's so nice. Okay, sure. But you work together. I don't know, that may not be the best thing. And then I met him. And I can still remember the day. We met in Studio City for coffee, and here comes Brandon. And he's quiet, but not cold or reserved, just quieter. And he called her babe. And her smile lit the room. And I knew he was something special. And when she told me that he proposed, she glowed and sparkled more than the diamond ring that he put on her finger. And so for that, I love him. But even more, Brandon shows Denise the same love that she gives to him. It's a mutual caring for each other, taking care of each other, supporting each other. And I know that your love and your loyalty will continue through the rest of your lives and all the trials that life will throw at you. So as you continue on this adventure, I wish you absolutely all the best. To Denise and Brandon.